When Donald Trump was president, he was called not the president. If both sides start doing it now, and this is just a game that goes back and forth, that will really undermine faith in American systems.
Who called President Trump not the? Who called President Trump not the president?
There was pushes for the. I mean, Hillary Clinton still thinks that she should be the president, and there's a lot of you can walk into any store in New York City or Washington and see "Not My President" T-shirts.
Hillary Clinton conceded.
She did
at an
concede.
appropriate time, and she said that he is
culture.
President Trump. Look, everybody knows President Trump is President Trump. Okay, period. He's the president.
There's a lot
for
of money
now,
made on
for the next
T-shirts that are
however many more
otherwise.
days. President Trump, as you know, Chris, is the first Republican presidential candidate to lose Georgia in 28 years, and most of the credit for Georgia turning blue in 2020 goes to Stacey Abrams, and she's already touting record requests for ballots for the Senate runoff. So can Stacey Abrams turn out a win for Reverend Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff, thus Democratic control of the Senate?
Potentially. She was incredibly effective in November. She didn't win on every single front like she expected to. She lost in certain communities. But Stacey Abrams has for years, and now it's a little bit faded, claimed to have been the legitimate governor of Georgia. And as far as election law goes, she might as well be. She's been very effective in helping to push through mail-in voting on a massive level where ballots are sent to every voter, which is a dangerous system and undercuts trust in it. Republicans haven't really pushed back on that. She's a dangerous force. It's generally leaning Republican, though.
One second, Chris. I didn't understand what you said. I'm sorry. What did you say? You're saying that Stacey Abrams, because she's promoting mail-in ballots,
massive mail-in ballots, even people who haven't requested them, is a dangerous system for democracy.
Why?
Because it doesn't allow for any, it breaks up for fraud more easily. The post office has difficulty. There are accounting difficulties. I mean, as we've seen in Philadelphia, where ballots were coming in.
Not true. And you know what? I received a mail-in ballot that I did not request. And you know what happened when I went into the votes to vote in person at the poll? They took my mail-in ballot and shredded it and said, "Okay, great." So I couldn't vote twice. What are you talking about?
Well, that's wonderful to see, but there have obviously been irregularities in Pennsylvania and in Philadelphia, for example, with ballots that were coming in late, that weren't stamped correctly, that didn't have the right envelope sent.
I know what you're saying. All the things that have already been disproven by various
courts. I was there. I was
courts.
reporting on the ground from there. I'm not making this up. This is, I mean, the idea that there's no corruption in Philadelphia is challenged over the decades. There's literally indictments right now for previous voter fraud in Philadelphia.
Enough to overturn what has already been done?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, no.
That's all I was asking. Just, what has happened, and those votes were, the count is official, right?
Yeah, I think Joe Biden is the president-elect for sure. He will be as soon as everyone finishes their certification. He's won. This election won't be changed by these lawsuits. You're not going to get judges to order 3 new elections. But it does undercut faith in democracy, which is dangerous to our republic, and it's dangerous to the GOP getting out votes. Exactly to your point.
You're right. Unfound claims being, promulgated is very,
voter fraud happens.
It does. Everybody says that, but not to the point where. Well, bottom line is, you're a reporter, so am I, and we don't want to encourage any of our fellow American citizens to doubt democracy. Period.
I agree.
Right. All right.
Yes,
We'll end it there. Chris Bedford, senior editor at The Federalist. Thank you so much.
Thank you.